So the next theorem we're going to look at is theorem 6. This is the second one we have to prove. And this says that each exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles. So this one, again, let's figure out what we're doing. Let's draw a diagram. So we're obviously dealing with a triangle, but we're talking about exterior angles. So usually when you have a triangle, say like this, you have the angles, let's say 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so let's call this triangle ABC. And these are the interior angles. They're inside the triangle. To get an exterior angle, what you need to do is you need to take a side and you need to lengthen it out. Alright, so let's lengthen that side BC out to D here. And then let's call this the angle 4. This angle 4 is the exterior angle. So let's write down what we're given. So we're given a triangle ABC with angles 1, 2 and 3. And we also have the side BC extended to D. Okay, and we have the angle 4 marked in. Now there's one kind of a technical thing we should really say here. At the moment, the way I've got that written, that BC like that means the line going through the point B, which is there, and the point C, which is there, and going on forever. So that BC there, it goes on forever this way, and it goes on forever this way. So what I really want to say is just the bit between B and C, so I put square brackets on it. So the side from B to C is extended out to D, and angle 4 is marked in. Okay, so this is what we're given. To prove, so what we want to prove is that the exterior angle, so let's say number 4 here, so the measure of the angle 4, remember you've got the size of, those two lines mean the size of, that there means the angle 4, so the size of the angle 4 is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles, so you don't include this one here. So the ones that are opposite this are 1 and 2. So 4 equals 1 plus 2. Alright, now this is the only proof that we need to do that doesn't have a construction. So we can just lash straight into it. And it's going to be very short. We're going to use the previous proof. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, by theorem 4, right, 1 plus 2 plus 3 add to 180. The angles in a triangle add to 180 degrees. But also, if you look at the diagram, there's another 180 on the diagram. That's 3 and 4 add to 180. So if 1 and 2 and 3 add to 180, and 3 and 4 add to 180, that means that 1 and 2 must be the same as 4. Alright, so let's write that down. So the first line of the proof is 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 180 degrees. And again, you always have to give a reason. So this is the angles in a triangle add to 180 degrees. Okay, you can use abbreviations, they don't really mind about spelling and things like that, but you do need to show that you know why this is equal. So the angles in a triangle add to 180. So that's the first step. The second thing that we're going to say in the proof is that 3 and 4 equals 3, or the size of 3 plus the size of 4 equals 180. And that's because that's a straight angle. Okay, so we have two things now that are equal to 180. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 180 up here, and 3 plus 4 equals 180. So if they're both equal to 180, they must be the same as each other. So 1, so let's say, so 3 plus 4 equals 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, because they're both 180 degrees. And we don't really have to justify that because it's coming from what was just above it. What we're going to do now, if you look at this, this is almost what we want. We want 4 equals 1 plus 2 we have these extra 3's, so all we need to do is subtract 3 from the left hand side and subtract 3 from the right hand side. So when we subtract 3 from the left hand side, they cancel. When we subtract 3 from the right hand side, they cancel, and we're left with what we're looking for, which is that the size of the angle 4 is the size of the angle 1 plus the size of the angle 2. And we're finished. So once more, this one has no construction. Once you can remember what the diagram is meant to look like, we draw out the diagram, and then it's a case of the 3 of these add to 180, the 2 of these add to 180, so 1 and 2 and 3 equals 3 and 4 minus 3 from both sides in effect.